Hello my dear students, today we are going to discuss the topics in Unit 3, Unit 2 of nearly waste and second unit of waste and byproduct utilizations. So we'll be seeing what is oil and grease. So what affects this oil and grease will be doing. So what you are going to do. So what the oil and grease will be including fats, oils, waxes and other related constituents found in water, and we consider this wastewater. So actually this is from Burger Kings or French fries or Taco Bell or McDonald's. So the sources can be your meat packing, the food processing and also the restaurants. And biodegradable, normally it will be free flowing. So this actually some of the most common resources will be restaurants, as I told, bars and grills, grocery stores, automobile, this food processing industries, automobile service shops, apartments, and also this home. So we'll be learning about types and sources, environmental problems, removal of the oil, emulsion breaking, sampling analysis, and coming videos also. So this is actually, we can have the sources can be from oil and grease, can also be from petrochemical resources, from the parts regressing, and also from automobiles. So what happens here is what actually is, we have to treat them. So this what is meant by this is, this oil and grease in water is commonly determined by the extraction into a non-polar hydrocarbon free solvent. So we have different measures in this, and there are certain limits also. So normally the recommended oil and grease level is 100 mg per liter, and it will be the maximum limit for this. So before what is grease means, actually oils with thickens added. Oil and grease, or say greases means usually oils with thickener added. It will be toxic and it will be often emulsified. So we have to take care that our environment is not being affected by this oil and grease. We can say the wastewater, the range will be food processing. You can see that from sewage your level is low. When it goes for food processing, the level is very high, range is very high. And primary metals, rinse waters, concentrates, metal fabrics and metal cleaning, commercial laundries, the ranges I have given. So what's the problem? Environmental corrections will be problems are being required. So environmental problems means the toxicity. What happens actually when you case environment becomes very, very toxic due to this oil and grease, right? So what happens is this problems will be arising, and again you can also go for what happens is suffocation. Suffocations will be present also. So what happens, effects of oil and grease will have, and there will be produces layers on the water surface that will be lowering the dissolved oxygen. So since there will be preventing oxygen transfer into the water, so what happens is there will be suffocation, so there will be lower dissolved oxygen. So only you will have, this will affect the aquatic animals also, and it also affect the aesthetic appearance of the water. You can see this, how the water is, you can see that. So many fish and other animals which is present in the water will die, or the health will be affected by presence of this. You can see this picture, right, how it is. The correction systems is being, we are having a tractors, or we are having a collector bins, or you have it as you are constructing a pit, whatever it is the correction systems. And the estimated of 40 to 50% is being collected. All the oil and grease is not being collected appropriately. So from the industries and everything else, it is being collected. So you can see this, there is leakage also. You can see, you can have leakages, and you have to see that. So what happens is treatment efficiency is normally when you take it as respiration problems will arise when you go. The settlability also. So what is meant by settling test, in the sense settlability of oil and grease wastewater? What will happen actually? This oil and water, this cannot be easily settled. So we can't go for settlability, etc. So oil and grease testings we have to make it. Okay, the sample will be acidified and will be some acid will be added, and we need some separate funnels and etc. Like this process will have to be clarified. And again, next we call it as the foaming method. Okay, foaming, what it is actually, the particles of this. So due to this foaming, what happens, this due to the presence of oil and grease, what happens is we have this oil and grease and all, you have this foaming will be formed. Okay, so that has to be both avoided. So this foaming is caused by oil degradations or being contaminations. Okay, so this has to be avoided. How you can avoid? We'll have to avoid this. Okay, oil foaming occurs in the small amounts of oil. Is it uncommon? When the oil is becoming so much aerated, then oil bubbles will be formed. Okay, that we have to avoid. So the problems, there are many problems in solid handling also that we have to take into care. Okay, so we have to need to control this, otherwise our environment will be polluted and human beings' health will be at a point of risk. Okay, so how to control, we have to see what are the hazardous chemicals, we have to be making it. So we have Stokes' law, this rise velocity, we have to find 2 into rho minus rho 0. So this will be a difference between the density of oil droplet and water, and N will be a viscosity, and G will be a gravitational constant also. D is the diameter of oil. So rise velocity. So from this only you can separate the free oil from this water. And the factors affecting will be the density. Okay, the viscosity, drop size will also be affecting the factor. So this is already the difference. Density difference between the droplet of water will be affecting the velocity. Okay. So specific gravity. So actually the specific gravity is equal to weight of solutions by weight of water. So the specific gravity of oils will be less than 1. Okay, so these are the factors we have to see. So the rise velocity will be related to the density difference between the oil droplet and also the water. So these I have said. So which will be rising? So first one 6 or the 2, which will be rising. You can see that which will be faster. You can see that 2 will be rising 3 times. Okay, this is 0.15. Isn't it? So there will be the difference is there. So it will be rising 3 times as faster than this. Okay. So we have to, viscosity also plays a major role in separation of free oils from water. So it is having a direct relationships. Okay. Effect of temperature. So what it is, viscosity, like that we know. Viscosity means high viscosity opposes the flow, isn't it? Oil will be flowing very less when compared with water. So the lower velocity, the faster it will rise in the water. Okay, if it is the viscosity is low, means it will be rising further. And increase in temperature will cause the viscosity also to decrease. So you can see that oil and all at very low temperatures in winter seasons, this coconut oil it will become very thick as solids. Okay, so that we have to increase. So increase in temperature will cause the viscosity to decrease. So there will be more flowing properties, etc. Okay, that's only D is a this. So viscosity, rising velocity. The viscosity is low means what happens? Your velocity will be high. That is the difference what I explained. The last one is diameter. Okay, the diameter droplets is also it's this is directly proportional. Okay, so this also affects the rising velocity. Thank you.